Hello and welcome to the late night edition with me, Ayushman Singh Jamwal. Big breaking news coming in at the top of the bulletin, where reports suggest a charter plane has disappeared from radar shortly after takeoff from the Ranchi airport. Reports suggest the plane crashed near Simaria in the Chatra district of Jharkhand. Reports suggest that there were 7 occupants. It was an air ambulance operated by Redbird Airways, and what we are learning is that the aircraft accident investigation team has now been dispatched to the crash site. You can see those visuals on your screen. These are coming in from the Chatra area of Jharkhand, and reports suggest there were 7 occupants aboard this charter plane which was an air ambulance that was departing the Ranchi airport, and it shortly went off radar. It disappeared from the radar shortly after takeoff, and this was an air ambulance that was operated by Redbird Airways. The aircraft accident investigation team has been dispatched. 7 people were aboard this charter plane. That includes 2 crew members and 5 other passengers. I'm joined by my colleague Anvit Srivastav to get more details as this story is unfolding from the state of Jharkhand, where this charter plane has crashed right after taking off from the Ranchi airport. Anvit, over to you.
Well, Ayushman, it was around 7:11 that this aircraft took place. It was a Beechcraft aircraft, and this is usually used for shorter distances, regional aircraft usually. And it has a seating capacity of 6 to 7. And we're being told that the aircraft was full on its capacity. There were 7 passengers in the plane. It was a medical ambulance, and therefore there were doctors and paramedic staff as well, along with the patients and the relatives. So what we're being told that this plane takes off around 7:11, and then it was in touch with Kolkata ATC, and then it goes simply out of the radar, and when it was remained untraced for a long while, reports came from ground that there has been a crash in Chatra district of Jharkhand, and from there rubble was recovered of the plane, and then it was finally confirmed by the ATC that the plane has finally crashed. Now we have also got details from the DGCA. They've confirmed the crash. In fact, it has gone on to say it was airborne from at 1911 IST, and it says that after establishing communication on radar contact with Kolkata at approximately 100 nautical miles southeast of Varanasi, this aircraft goes missing, and district administration has initiated search and rescue operations. AIB teams, in fact, DGCA has confirmed that have also been moved to the site. Now, a detailed investigation will be taken up, not just as to what went wrong, but also it would be important and critical to find out as to what went wrong within the cockpit, or whether there was any technical aspect. Remember, this is the second crash recently. There was this Ajit Pawar's plane that had also crashed, also was a chartered plane. So investigation will focus on whether it was a mechanical failure or a technical one, or probably a manual fault that led to this crash and killing. Most likely all the occupants have been killed. However, there's no information as of now whether all have been killed or are there survivors.
Right, so that update has to come in from ground zero. I'm also joined by Payal Mehta, who's joining us on the broadcast. So Payal, as Anvit is pointing out, this puts the lens on charter planes once again after the Ajit Pawar incident. And at the same time, as for the reports that we are getting about this air ambulance travels regularly from Ranchi airport, but clearly this time something went terribly wrong.
Well, whatever went wrong, that is of course a matter of investigation, but it is very, very sad that another death has taken place in this fashion in less than a month. 28th of January is when the unfortunate accident claimed the life of Maharashtra's Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar in less than a month's time. This has been the case. In this case, also around 7 people are feared dead, is what DGCA has been able to say, although they have asked for rescue and relief operations to be pressed in as far as that is concerned from the state government as well as state administration have been asked to move in as well. But you can see from the visuals over there, it's extremely dark. It's pitch dark in the middle of the evening as well, and that is very difficult. We'll have to wait till morning to see and to confirm that all those on board unfortunately would be declared dead, or some are still surviving. The chances of surviving, looking at the way in which the crashes happened, looks very, very feeble to say the least as well. But a lot of concern that needs to be raised, Ayushman. What is happening to the security? What is happening to the health of the aircrafts? Are they not being checked in time? That is a lot for DGCA to really answer, because they are responsible for air safety as well, and safety mechanisms come under them as well. There is a lot for the DGCA to really answer as to what is being done. Are there regular checks being done as far as these aircraft health are really concerned? Are there flags being raised as far as certain things are concerned? And remember, the one that has just crashed is a medical ambulance as well. So double precaution would have to be taken as far as that is concerned. If it is something which has just happened which is out of nobody's control, then probably God God really knows, what the fate of the passengers who've been killed is really concerned as well. But if at all there is anybody at fault, then there is a lot for DGCA to really answer. In the last 1.5 years, there have been three big crashes that have taken place. Forget about the helicopter crashes. One big Air India crash that we saw in May last year. Then Ajit Pawar's crash, and now this crash as well. I certainly will be on the Civil Aviation Ministry, and they will have a lot to answer for sure.
Right, and Payal, you've also reported that the AAIB team has also been dispatched to this site. What can we expect in the next couple of hours when it comes to trying to get to the bottom of what went wrong?
Well, as far as the AIB is concerned, whenever there's a crash, you have to get investigation done, and the investigation has to be done as per as international standard, and therefore AIB has to be pressed into service as well. The biggest thing for them, in this case also will be to recover the black box, because the black box will hold key to what really happened at the last moment. Similar to other crashes, you want to get the audio recorder to understand what were the conversation that were going on at the last moment. Was there a sense of panic that had emerged? Was there a mechanical failure, like Anvit was really reporting, or the flight just crashed because of some obstruction? All of these things have to be investigated. It's a matter of investigation. And similarly to the other crashes, this report will also have to be sorted by the government of India, and report preliminary will be coming out in a month's time as well. So even as we wait for Ajit Pawar's crash report to come out, there'll be another investigation that the AAIB will have to do in addition to the Air India crash report that they're investigating.
Absolutely, and